Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today, my team members and I will present prototype system which is Anecdote of Islamic prophets and apostles. My name is Nasuha Binti Ismail, metric number 1172034, and my members Amira Binti Fauzi 1172023 and Nurul Shahira Binti Azmi 1172027. First of all, I would like to explain the definition of anecdote itself. Anecdote means short account of a real incident or person, often humorous or interesting, a short entertaining account of some happening in which usually personal or biographical and a previously untold secret account of an incident.
Anecdote of Islamic prophets application is developed for all Muslim and non-Muslim in order to gain their Islamic knowledge in advance related to prophets, including apostles. This application more focus on the untold story about prophets or can be associated by inspirational prophet stories narrated better than any word can. Nevertheless, the inspiration stories are rarely known or heard but contribute huge impact for people, especially Muslims. We used to read and hear about famous literature of Islamic prophets, whether in Quran, Islamic education in school and university syllabus, and most of Islamic motivated in television like to share stories of prophets which closely related to our life and important dates.
This project will help users to be a better Muslims in flourishing Islamic knowledge about extraordinary and uncommon narration of prophets and apostles. The goal of project design is to make digital interaction as simple, fluid, intuitive and efficient as possible.
The function of project audio. This option is for those who prefer to listen rather than read the story. Short quiz, a unique and fun way to improve and help user retain knowledge. Collection of du'as, content in the stories of the prophets, and a sharing button. We can share link to their friends via social media and show what they have learned. The goal of this design is to make digital interaction as simple, fluid, intuitive and efficient as possible.
For our prototype project, we are using Microsoft PowerPoint as tools for our presentation software. We start by setting up PowerPoint file to enable all macros. This action is the first step to build quizzes game with summary scores. Next, we set up slideshow with show type of browse at kiosk with full screen and choose slide master to create UI displays of summary score. After that, we set the appropriate size in page layout, which is suit and fit as the aspect ratio of the platform we are designing for smartphone. Next, we include codes for Microsoft Visual Basic for application to insert hyperlinks, run macro to each of the answers, whether correct or wrong, and retry button to reset all points. And then we add new slides for prophets and apostle stories as well as du'as found in the stories. All of these includes link clickable elements like previous and next and other main functional buttons. To their appropriate destination slides by right-clicking and select hyperlink. Link to specific slide numbers, the link will automatically update even if you move slides around or insert new slides. Further obstacles of making project. The major obstacles we face is deciding which platform to take and planning out precisely what to build. At first, we deciding to build our prototype using proto.io websites, but it only gave us 15 days trials and it got us to pay after, as well as we have to study and analyze each of element inside within short time given to submit this project. Create layout for quizzes and summary score is one of our difficulties of making this project. We must insert codes and make sure that it functions to all 30 questions, and sometimes lagging occur for questions part due to break visual mode for code, and we have to build it again from the start. Apart from that, we found out lot of stories that are assorted and mixed with different religion. We have to make research and look for rare Islamic prophet stories are one of our difficulties we confront. This is because we want to bring about all reliable information to users. Hence, this work took lots of time in contemplating all of the stories to be delivered for readers in Islamic ways only.
The target user. Our target user is for Islamic prophet knowledge seekers in order they can gain the Islamic knowledge in advance related to the prophets including opposers, and also for the parents and the kids and adults and teenagers, which help the users to be a better Muslim in flourishing Islamic knowledge related to the prophets and opposers.
For the main page, click the button Let's Start, and the button will bring us to the home page. For the home page, we provide two buttons, Story and Quizlets. Click the stories and to start reading, and it will bring us to the next page. For the next page, we can choose which story that we want to read. For example, click Prophet Daniel (AS), and it will bring us to the stories of the Prophet Daniel (AS). You can read the story of Prophet Daniel (AS). It has 4 buttons in this page: Audio, Home, Share, and Next page. The function for the button is Audio, option for those prefer to listen rather than read the story. Second one is Home, back to the home page. The Share button is for share via social media and show what we learned. And the lastly, Next, move to the next page. The last page of the story Prophet Daniel (AS), it has 4 buttons. The first one is Audio, Previous, Share, and the button back to the first page of the story of Prophet Daniel (AS). Same as before, it has 4 buttons. The audio one is option for those prefer to listen rather than read the story. Second one is Previous for the button to back, and the Share button is for the share via social media and show what we learned, and the Back button is for the back to the first page of the story of Prophet Daniel (AS). We also provide button du'as. We provide a collection of du'as content for the certain stories of the Prophet. The page of du'as it have 2 buttons. The first button is back. The function is back to the first page of the story, and then Share button.
Next, let us focus to the function and the interface design for Quizlets. Firstly, there are 30 questions provided in these apps related to the 20 stories of prophets. These quizzes come up with marks for each question with summary score at the end of quiz section. As you can see at the front of page of the quiz, this prototype delivers information to users in order to be clear and intangible. To start the quiz, you can click Go button. I will show you how it will appear when you answer this question. After finish each question, It will be auto next until the last question, and summary score will be stated here. This retry button will reset all the marks to 0, and user can answer the question many times for revision. While for the interface designed for quiz section, all the background images are reduced transparency, as you can see here, so that the text of the question will be more stand out and clear. Besides, we can see here this prototype has simple design but still look neat, nice, and the most important thing is user-friendly.
In conclusion, these apps give lesson about the Prophet stories. It gives more benefit to people and anyone can learn from the story. Besides that, it was useful thing that people can fill their free time. The goal of making this application to make easier for people to read and know about the detail of Prophet besides 25 Prophet of Islam. Other than that, this Anecdote of Islamic Prophet make people can gain their Islamic knowledge and list people making something benefit for their leisure time.